So I just moved kind of across the country. I'm 10 hours away from home, and I moved schools. I graduated undergrad in May, and now I'm going to law school. I studied neuroscience, and I did a 180, and I'm going to law school. And it's a completely new experience. I mean, I've moved where I know not a single soul, in a new apartment with new roommates, with a new town and a new car and new everything. Like, everything is new. Basically, everything in my environment, in my vicinity right now, is entirely new. And it is so terrifying, yet so exciting. And I was on a walk today, and I was thinking about how I don't think I've had so many novel experiences in a very long time. And it got me thinking about the study I read a very long time ago about how time seems to speed up as we get older, but objectively, time is still constant. But in our perception, time seems to speed up, and that's because we have less and less novel experiences. If you think about when you're a kid, everything seems so new and it's so exciting, and you have so many of these really strong memories, and time was a lot slower as a kid. It seemed as though the time you had in your childhood was longer. And then you get older and time just speeds up. And the reason that scientists have attributed to that is because we have more new experiences as kids, and so our brain is encoding that as new memories, and we're also firing more dopamine, and so we perceive and remember so many different things. But then when we start having monotonous daily routines that have no change in it, there is nothing else new. There is nothing new to remember. It is just the same feeling, the same experiences, and it eventually just all blends together, and that's when we perceive that time is moving faster. And so I've moved to this new place, and I'm on this walk today, and I'm thinking about this idea that everything here is new. Like, everything is new, and I'm having so many new experiences, and this is, although terrifying, super, super exciting. And I thought about that study, and I thought about, like, my past and my future, and how back in undergrad, after 4 years, I was quite comfortable there. I had friends that I loved, and I still do love, and I still try and talk to them all the time. I had so much familiarity with the town and the city, and I knew how to drive around. I mean, driving really stresses me out, so like being familiar with an area is amazing to me. And so I was very comfortable there. And I do realize as I got more comfortable, time seemed to go a lot faster. And when I was having new experiences and doing new things, I was actually forming new memories and creating more experiences, and time felt different, if that makes sense. I don't really know how else to explain it other than when, like, you go on vacation, those memories feel very strong. You're having new experiences, you're firing more dopamine. Or, when you were a kid and you moved to a new classroom in your school, or you moved to a new school entirely, like, we had so many experiences as a kid, and that contributed to how we perceived time, which is, like, this is a very complex topic. And honestly, despite me having so many law readings to do, I really want to go study quantum physics, like, a little bit. And also, I really want to study astrophysics. I really do. I find that stuff so fascinating. I also find the law so fascinating. I'm just like, I want to learn everything. I was that kid that wanted to know everything, that wanted to be everything. Like, I was the Barbie that wanted to be everything. Like in the Barbie movie, I wanted to do everything and be everything, and I kind of still do. And I don't know, I really do want to study quantum physics, and maybe I'll talk about it here, because I usually just learn things and then ramble online. But yeah, back to the topic. I think that it's important to have novel experiences. So I was thinking about how I could incorporate that and this idea of trying to have new experiences when I do become complacent and comfortable here, because inevitably it will happen. I give myself like 2 months, and I will get a routine, and I will be there every day. And I was thinking about there are things that we can do to create new things to spike our dopamine, and two, things we can do that aren't like super costly or super time consuming that are just going to make life better. Something I thought of was just using a new trail to go on a walk. I love walking. I walk so much. Like today, I only got 10,000 steps, and that makes me bummed because I wanted to walk a little bit more, but it's gonna get dark outside soon. So, I love walking. I go on so many walks, but with that, I go on the same trails every single day, the same paths every single day. When I was in Florida, I knew exactly the path I was going on when I would go on a walk. Nothing changed. I didn't really care to change it because I was quite comfortable with it. I knew I was safe on it. And I'm not saying to go in unsafe situations at all, but if I would have changed it, I probably would have had a great time, and it would have actually made my day so much better. If you're driving to work, maybe take a different path, maybe take a different trail, maybe even stop and grab breakfast or a new drink, or maybe talk to someone different on your drive to work, or maybe take your dog on a walk before you go to work, or maybe listen to a different album and something brand new, a new artist in the morning, or maybe decide to read a new book series. Or it's just incorporating new things in our days will actually make the days seem different, and it will kind of make our relationship to time different. It's a complex topic. It's a complex phenomenon that researchers have studied, and I cannot say I'm 100% of an expert, but I want to study more and I want to learn more. But I was just thinking about this today, how we have so much consistency, and that's great, and routines are great, but there's also a need for spontaneity and new things in order for us to create novelty, in order for us to create dopamine, in order for us to create memories. And I don't know about you, but I don't want time to pass me by. Like I don't want to have the same day every single day. I want to have something new to be grateful for, to be excited about. I mean, today I was really excited to go and walk around this new town and this new city, but you know, in a couple weeks, that's going to be normal for me. Like I will understand where I'm going, what I'm doing. So how can I incorporate new change? And it doesn't have to be something crazy. Maybe it's like you cook a new recipe for dinner. It doesn't have to be crazy, but little things that really make a difference. Again, I moved somewhere crazy. I moved somewhere new entirely, and this is a lot for me. But it's just something I was thinking about and something I wanted to share. And now I think I may go study some quantum physics or read some more studies because now I'm in the mood for it. But yeah, just an inner rambling. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, and I will see you next time.